Hi, and welcome to this quick how-to help video on solving simultaneous equations graphically. So your knowledge with simultaneous equations may be algebraic, where we have a method for getting our first variables the same. That helps us solve for y. We substitute in our y value so that we can solve for x. So this is our algebraic approach. If you're being asked to solve graphically, then it requires a certain level of knowledge about straight lines. You need to know about your gradients and y-intercepts. And a skill that we're going to be needing to use is a rearranging as well. So all of that comes into play for this particular topic that we're on. So if you are unsure about your gradients and y-intercepts, or anything else that you see in the process of this example, then you may need to go and have a quick look at some of those how-to videos in order for you to brush up on your skills. So let's take a look at what we are expected to do. So we've got 2x plus y equals 1. Now what I want to do is rearrange that so that y is the subject. So I want to get y on its own. Y is the subject. To do that, I'm going to hop my 2x. It's going to land as minus 2x. The 1 was already there as a positive 1. And I deliberately put it down into that order so that it's recognizable as our y equals mx plus c kind of general formula. So what should I know? I should know from the general formula that this part here, which is this part here, is where it crosses the y-axis, the y-intercept. So it's crossing, and you can see I've marked it on already, it's crossing at 1 on the y-axis. This number in front of the x is my gradient, and it tells me whether my gradient is positive or negative. We can see the minus sign, so I've got a negative gradient, and it's a gradient of 2. So one of the things that you can do here is you can take your negative 2, just pop it over 1, and remind yourself that the top is the rise, the bottom is the run. So this is going to tell me that I must move across 1 and go down 2. Move across 1 and go down 2. So I've got a point here, I've got a point here. Move along, go down. And if I want to add a few going in the opposite direction, I just keep that kind of general trend and pattern going, so that we've got that perfect straight line ready to draw through all those points. So the rise kind of sounds a bit weird when you're dropping down, but that's the effect that the negative is having. So the negative is telling me to go down. I always run forward. You don't win any races running backwards. So you always run forward and then you drop down for a negative gradient, or you go up for a positive. So I'm just going to try and draw this line in and hope that my software doesn't take it off in a weird direction, because you can see I wobble my way through the points. There we go. That is the first equation plotted as a straight line. I then repeat the whole process on the next one. So the next one is x plus y equals 3. I want to get y on its own. So x will come across, it's going to land as minus x, and I've got plus 3. Repeating my process, I'm going to be crossing at positive 3. So I'm here this time. It's a negative gradient. And again, you can see no numbers. So I've got an invisible negative 1, if you like, on the top. Let's just go up a little bit. And obviously my run is 1. If you want to change a whole number into a fraction, you just put it over 1. So I am literally going to run along 1, down 1, run along 1, down 1. So I've got a point here. Go back to my black, I think. No, stay green, and then the 2 lines are different colors. There we go. So I'm going off in that direction. And if I go along in this direction, then I've got a few more that I can see. Just try and carefully draw my line through. And it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but not too bad. But you can see that the two graphs cross. They cross each other. The two straight lines are crossing each other at this point here. So let's get a highlighter and really show that. So what is the coordinate of where they cross? The coordinate of where they cross is -2, 5. Now remember, coordinates are along the corridor, up the stairs. So this is my X value and this is my Y value. So X is equal to -2 and Y is equal to 5. And if we take a look at these results here and compare them to our algebraic results, they're exactly the same. And that is because these equations can be drawn as straight lines. They are linear equations. Okay, I hope that was helpful as a quick how-to guide on drawing simultaneous equations graphically. Remember, it's that crossing point and the coordinate that gives the solution. Thank you for watching.